All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, and Avishai, Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to all the Akim pushing the word of sincerity and the truth. It's the brother Barzal from Great Millstone, Atlanta. I just have this lesson on this article that came out in Blacklisted News about the college graduates owing nearly $500,000. You know, more infallible proof that this place is crumbling. The American dream that everybody's been coming to America, been putting their last dollar, so to speak, on to prosper is shattering right before their eyes, man. Even though I think, if I'm not mistaken, the captain brother here, Abba, he did a lesson on how individuals said they was looking for prosperity. Now they're like $700,000 in debt, somewhere around that numerical line, basically in a circling the drain. And it's not just that one individual. It's tons of individuals that's going to college, thinking that they're going to be crowned with success in their years of going for their bachelor's or their master's degree, and they spend all these years to receive that certificate, and all they receive is basically debt and basically overqualification, man. Because America's not pushing out jobs, and in fact, a lot of jobs are actually shutting down. The America that once was that you could come here and you could become a millionaire overnight, so to speak. I'm talking about these Edomites, these white people that were just totally driven with success from touching down, is losing its power. So I'm going to read a little bit in this article. It says, the student loan crisis has recently played an important role in the Democratic presidential debates, with Democratic candidates pushing for solutions that look a lot like the policies that put us here in the first place. But as they pursue an agenda that will essentially reward people for owing money, reports surface showing that many are taking out nearly $500,000 in student loans. What's worse, many expected the government will do something to help them. Right, and that the government's not going to do anything to help them because the government is in debt. When you look at the U.S. debt clock, you see how much trillions of dollars that the government owes, and if they can't pay off their debt, then what? They'll write it off on another individual, and it's being thrown at the citizens. All right, that's why it's debt per citizen that's on that Federal Reserve clock, and it shows how debt per citizen is very, very high. So you citizens, it's majority of these citizens, they're not coming out of this debt, and then these debts, they don't just stay dormant. What happens? The interest rate starts to grow, and it comes to the point where, even if you're halfway out, you still have to pay more to the point you'll never get out. And that's how America thrives, off of the souls of men, as it is written in Revelation, the 18th chapter. So it says, according to a CNBC report, while the average college graduate leaves school owing $30,000 a year, a 20,000 increase from the 90s, there's a growing number of graduates owing more than 100,000. In 03-04 academic year, 51,000 graduates had a large sum of student debt, while in the 2015-2016 period, around 178,000 owed more than 100,000. So, that's really just the point. And all those debts, like I said, it's really made for you not to climb out of it. That's why they overcharge the books, the education that you receive. They overcharge that, knowing that they'll, in most cases, they're not going to be able to supply the masses of those thousands or millions of individuals that graduate every year. With a large amount of jobs, they just sit on their degree and their debt. So what does that show? That's showing that, first off, Egypt, which is America spiritually called Egypt in the scriptures, Egypt is losing their hold, man. And that's been prophesied thousands of years, that the work and the labor of America would fall suddenly. You had major kingdoms that had their rise. They had their manufacturing, so to speak. They had their product that they was pushing out in abundance, and everybody bowed down and they desired um, what the kingdom actually had to bring to the table through, demand and price, and they had their apex and they had their fall to the point where they actually had to clean up shop, and basically these kingdoms went bankrupt. That's why Egypt, which was a major kingdom, you had Egyptian coinage, and that was the main financial standard that was in circulation. When it fell, everything fell with it. You don't see the Egyptian coinage in circulation. You don't see Babylonian, Medo-Persian, Grecian, Roman coinage in circulation. The denarius and so on and so forth. You don't see these things. The drachma. You don't see these coinages actually being produced and spiraling all over the world because those civilizations fell. And it's the same thing with the U.S. currency. The U.S. system. Everything is going to fall with it. So this is Isaiah 19 and 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. And the Lord likens this kingdom unto a drunken man that staggers in his vomit. A drunken man basically has no balance, and they're all over the place, and they throw up, and then they fall in their own throw up. That's what America's looking like, because everything America's produced, they're throwing up. And they're basically laying in it, so to speak. That's why they say you reap what you sow. You made your bed, you got to lie in it. You see? Verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Right, so from the top of the kingdom to the bottom of the kingdom, the work is being slowly sucked up. The waters that everybody's lapped out of abundantly, is being drained. Like you watch these animal civilizations and you see how, a big body of water can just suck up dry, man. And all the animals that was amongst that body of water, what happened? They have to migrate. That's why a lot of these jobs are going overseas, man. They're getting away from the financial dollar. You had the Brexit and things of that nature. All these things are showing that the kingdom is falling. But see, you regular citizens, y'all don't see these things because y'all heads are still stuck on the bread and circus of America. The parading, the exquisite lifestyle, the decadence, all these things are very enticing, and it's all to keep your eyes basically shut. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease. Right, what does the grind represent? Grinding represent work. You would have individuals grinding at the mill, and when they were grinding at the mill, they will work either to produce or to receive a certain level of compensation. So when the grinding of the mill is stopped, then the compensation is halted, as well as the product produced. All right, and that means that there's no product that's being pushed out for them to produce. So it says, in the grinder cease because they are few, which the workforce is minimizing, and the debts are skyrocketing. All right, and those that look out the window be darkened, and the population of the world is constantly increasing. So as we see America fall, we're seeing it fall through the many facets. So this is just something I wanted to go through this specific article. Heavy information about basically more on the fall of America. So I want anybody giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Sherah, Kakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom Akim.